Yeah. Hope you all completed IDS chapter, API chapter. Object class is pending. I'll discuss in collection chapter. Wrapper classes completed with videos. Exception handling completed in our class. Now today we need to learn multi-threading. Okay, now? And then string handling, IO streams, these two topics you have to learn with videos I requested. Hope you started string handling already. Yes or no? String handling topics I hope already started. So many points are there, so many programs are there to practice. You know, if you are very strong in string handling chapter, then only your logical programming interview you can pass. Many questions will ask from string handling. That's why I recorded each and every topic very clearly and given some assignments also. So expecting all the people to watch this string handling chapter. Okay, so next IO stream also some written test questions will come. Logical programming written test will come. That's why this chapter also I have recorded and make it available for you. These two chapters for logical programming written test exam point of view most important. So the most important topics which you need to what you call revise yourself again and again those topics interview questions point of which is more important. I have recorded them. Understand? Is it a good idea or bad idea? Asking you to watch these written videos. Do you feel good idea, bad idea? Are you feeling frustrated? Because I'm asking you to watch 2 to 3 chapters videos. Are you feeling frustrated? Some students who are lazy people, they are complaining. Harishna sir giving only 20% explanation of the syllabus, 80% videos are giving. Did I give 80% of videos? Only 20% I am explaining. So I don't know people who are feeling like this. Why you are feeling like this? Question yourself. Okay. So that I don't know why people are trying to make me bad in front of other people. What is the benefit you will get out of this? Always have a habit of talking your problems with the person who creating problem. If you are talking about my problem at other people, either at your friends or at management or at your what you call other faculties who are more close, it will not work out. Okay, because Naresh IT all faculties are my friends. Any problem you are discussing, they will bring to my notice. It's a good only. Bringing to my notice is good, but how can I solve your problem? Is my question understand? If you talk to me, I will solve your problem. If you are talking to other person, he can just forward that problem to me. I cannot solve your problem because I cannot contact you, right? If it is offline class, somehow I can contact. It is online class, I cannot contact. So that's why if you feel any problem in the class in my course, directly talk to me. I am that much friendly person. Okay, when you are bringing your problems to me, I never scold. I just always give a solution to your problem. I'll think a solution to your problem. Okay, if you ask me to teach these two chapters in regular class, just think these two topics which say it itself, these two topics will take 1 month time. Okay, now that much depth I have talk. So same video points only I will teach, nothing new. Only problem is you have to sit, you have to leave your personal videos. Okay, personal videos you are spending time should stop and spend the time to these videos. Are you catching my point? So that time you are unable to spend, that's why you are complaining. So change your mindset. And Murli sir currently not in a position to take classes. So I will inform you like. So you can join Sudhakar Elsar batch, okay? Sudhakar Elsar batch you can join. Sir also teach very nice. Okay, now we are trying to go for next chapter, multi-threading. Any questions from exception handling? All people comfortable with exception handling? In material, I have taught bank project with object-oriented programming and exception handling combination. Have you practiced it? Material project, object-oriented programming, logical programming, and exception handling, all three combined. I have covered a bank project in a material. I requested you to watch. I requested you practice. If you have not practiced, please practice once. Right, today I'm starting multi-threading. Okay. How many videos you completed in exception string handling? How many videos you completed? Last week, 3-4 days I have given leaves. Hope at least 5 videos should complete by this time. At least you should learn string literal entry question should complete. What is string, why string, how string, when string, which string. Is by time string handling, string literal entry questions you must have completed. Completed? Huh? So last week I give you 4 days holidays, I guess, right? String literal entry questions, 35 questions are there. These 35 topics, almost 3 videos, I guess it came. Then common custom immutable, mutable types of immutable. Okay, string class object creation, string pooling. I hope these are 3 topics. And string constant pooled area. Yeah. Up to here, 73 questions should complete by this day. 3-4 videos you might have got. Maximum 5 videos. 5 videos you got by these topics. So if not started, please start. In a collection chapter, I am going to use string handling very much. Collection chapter program development, I am using string handling chapter very much. And next Sunday onwards, you will have classes. Okay, this Sunday you will have class. Get ready. And 90% I will take this Sunday class for your batch combined with morning 7 a.m. If I unable to take this Sunday for you, next Sunday onwards means next Sunday means 20th onwards, almost up to 3 Sundays. Full Sundays will be there, not morning session 1 hour, 2 hours, full Sundays. Morning 7 a.m. to evening 7 p.m. class will be there. 20, 27, 4th. So get ready for that. Okay. Then, so start learning string handling. By the time I start collections, you have to finish your string handling chapter videos. Now let's start multi-threading. What you should learn in multi-threading chapter? Find reasons to escape, right? You always find reasons to escape. You never find things to participate. Anything I say, you will find some reasons to reply. And look at that multi-threading chapter. We should learn with JVM architecture and executor framework. Okay. Buddy, why your laptop will not work, buddy? 12 hours you are working on battery. No laptop will work on battery for 12 hours. Okay. You have to have current power charge. Power is not there in your home. In your home, power is not there. You are living where? Fellows. In villages, power will be there or will not be there? 12 hours power is removing in villages. When power is connected to power, when power is not there, just watch. If your laptop is not working, shift to mobile. Irritating fellows. Okay, I don't want to talk to this. Look at it. So we need to learn these other topics. Need of this chapter, real world examples, difference between sequential, parallel and congruent flow of executions. What is multitasking? Its advantages and types of multitasking. What are the difference between multitasking and multi-threading? What is a thread and multi-threading? What is a custom thread? How can we create custom threads? And there are 3 ways of creating custom thread. 2 ways plus one more way. 3 ways are there to create custom thread. This one more way is what you call executor framework. Okay, next, difference between extends thread and implementing runnable. Okay, so what do you call, these are the points we are going to learn. Already new batch started from today. New batch started from today. So this is the first section of topics you need to learn, how to create custom thread. Then next, so these are the topics you need to learn for continuation. Start method, run method, execution flow, overriding, overloading, run method and start method. Entry questions on creating and executing custom thread. Here you will learn how to create one custom thread. Here you learn how to create multiple custom threads. Then advantages of multi-thread programming model. So this is the second section. By the time these two sections completed, you will be strong in multi-thread programming. Okay, now then further you have to learn, okay, multi-thread programming completed, that's it. Here multi-thread programming completed. Then you should work with threads. What is a thread? Okay, what the life cycle of the thread? And next, program to display states and live threads. Okay, execution, how the threads are executed, and changing thread name and priority. So nothing but working with one particular thread, how this thread will be working, executing. Then retrieving currently running thread, nothing but thread class methods. Okay, thread class has provided several methods. By using those methods, we are just knowing how to create and all, and the types of threads we are trying to learn here. There are two types of threads, daemon thread and non-daemon thread. The types of threads topic you are learning. By the time these topics completed, have full clarity on how to create one custom thread, how to create multiple custom threads, how those threads are executing, all clarity you got. Then following by, you should control threads execution. Let's say two threads are executing. I don't want to execute two threads however they like. I want to control. First you run, pause, then you run, you pause, then you run. So like I wanted to shift the time from one thread to another thread. I want to control threads execution. For controlling threads execution, we have some special methods in thread class. Those methods we are going to learn. And next, pausing thread execution for giving period of time and interpreting, joining a thread execution to another thread execution, summary and thread class methods. Okay, by this time you completed almost important methods. Then next we are going to execute object oriented multi-threading. So up to here just multi-threading. Now here onwards we are following object oriented multi-threading. When you are working, multiple threads are working on one object, then we need something called synchronization. We need allow only one thread access at a time the object. How to work with synchronization? By using synchronized keyword by applying to methods and blocks. And next, like synchronized keyword, we have volatile keyword. What the use of volatile keyword? Difference between volatile and synchronization keyword you need to learn. And when you are using synchronization, there is a chance we'll get the concept called what? Deadlock and starvation. What is the meaning of deadlock? What is the meaning of starvation? You have to learn. Okay, then whenever you implement synchronization object-oriented style, we need threads to be communicate internally. How to make the threads communicate internally? With wait, notify all methods, following by multi-threading advanced topics like thread grouping, thread local, inline thread. Okay, and there are totally 8 different ways of creating custom thread. Okay, basic way is 3 ways. Basically we create custom thread in 3 ways, but different approaches, in different approaches we can create totally 8 different ways to create custom thread. We can create 8 different ways. So what are the total 8 number of different ways we are going to learn? And then following by sample project, complete list of entry questions and OCJP bits we have to learn. So by end of this chapter, you will be in a position to develop multi-thread programming with the different cases as per business. Okay, you are going to develop these all the things, even with a thread, what you call executor framework, with executor There are two frameworks are there, executor framework and fork or join framework. So these frameworks also we are trying to learn. So this is my target. By end of this chapter, you will be in a position to develop multi-threading program with different test cases as per business with executor framework and fork and join framework. So this is the target of this chapter. Let's start. So tell me, what is a thread? What is the need of this chapter? First point you need to understand, in this chapter, what are you learning? Are you learning how to develop a new program? No. Are you learning how to develop what you are learning in this chapter? That's very important to have the knowledge. Are you learning new program? How to develop a program? No. Are you learning logical programming? No. Are you learning object-oriented programming? No. Are you learning business logic development? No. Are you learning presentation logic development? No. Are you learning persistence logic development? No. No, 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 no. First, you try to understand what the need of this chapter. In this chapter, you are not learning any logical programming or object-oriented programming or business logic or presentation logic or persistence logic. Already you learn okay logical programming, operators, control flow statements, arrays. Okay, object-oriented programming, class, variables, methods, constructor, block, inner class, encapsulation, inheritance, polymorphism, abstraction. Okay, presentation logic, scanner, buffer reader. Okay, and persistence logic means, okay, coming chapter, IO streams and collections you are learning. Then what you are learning in this chapter? In this chapter, you are learning how to execute the logic concurrently at a time. Repeating again, in this chapter, what is the need of this chapter? We are learning this chapter to execute multiple operations, multiple methods concurrently at a time. Now tell me, I am giving you one class called example with a method M1, M2, M3. Three methods I have given. Okay, I given three methods, M1, M2, M3 methods. Now, with these three methods, I want to execute logic. M1 method has one logic, M2 method has one logic, M3 method has one logic. If you want to execute M1, M2, M3 methods, what you need to do, you must call these M1, M3, M3 methods from test class main method. When you call from test class main method, then what happened, tell me? M1 method called, after M1 method, M2 method call, after M2 method, M3 method is called. Then the flow of execution is sequential flow of execution. One after one method is executed. First M1 method executed, after completing M2 method, after completing M3 method executed. Am I right? Then my question is, if at all M1 method execution is paused due to some reason, M1 method execution is paused, then M2 method, M3 method executions also paused. Na? M1, M2 methods are independent logic execution methods. M1, M2 methods are not depending on the value generating from M1 method. If M1 method is generating some values, if those values you want to use in M2 and M3 methods, then M1, M2 methods should execute sequentially after M1 method. But M2, M3 methods are executing with their own inputs. They are not depending on M1 method values. Are you catching my point? Then I can say M1, M2, M3 methods are independent operation methods. When you plan to execute independent operation methods, you must choose what style of execution. You must choose what style of execution. You must choose at a time execution. While M1 method executing, M2, M3 also should execute. So tell me, what is the problem of the current flow of execution you learn up to now previous chapters? You are calling all methods in main method. Then the logic executing in main method becomes sequential. If it is executing sequential, because of some reason, if existing because of some reason, if one method execution is paused, the paused time 5 minutes or 10 minutes cannot be used to another method, M1 method M2 method execution or M3 method execution. Then finally program execution takes more time. Tell me, with the help of multi-threading chapter, we can run multiple methods at a time concurrently, so that whenever M1 method execution is paused, JVM immediately shifting to M2 method logic to execute in that paused time. So tell me, is a JVM wasting the time? Is JVM paused at any time? No. So what is the advantage we will get? Whenever one method execution is passed, the paused time is used for other methods to execute. Hence, program execution will be fast. Hence, project execution will be completed in less time. And of course, that what do you call? Client will be very happy. Project execution is fast. Everybody understand what is the need of this chapter? In this chapter, what are you learning? In this chapter, we are learning how to execute multiple tasks concurrently at a time for saving CPU ideal time, for using CPU resources effectively. Repeating once again, what the need of this chapter? In this chapter, we are learning how to execute multiple tasks, and each task we perform by one method. How to execute multiple tasks or multiple methods at a time concurrently to save CPU ideal time, or to use CPU ideal time effectively, and using CPU resources effectively for saving the time and to improve the performance of the application. Hope everyone understand. First, did you get clarity? Tell me, if there is no method execution past, okay, all methods are executing fast, no pausing, then you will get sequential flow of execution or concurrent flow of execution. If, what the question I asked? If methods are executing without pauses, then you get what flow of execution you get? Sequential flow of execution or sequential flow of execution or concurrent flow of execution? Sequential flow. You don't get concurrent flow. When you will get concurrent flow? Only if there is a pass. If there is no pass, if there is no pass, there is no concurrent flow of execution. Got clarity? Yeah? So this point you have to remember, okay? As long as there is no pass, PAUSE pass, not PASS pass. Pause. Method execution, middle passed, not executing. Its execution is passed sometime. Tell me, what are the real world examples for multi-threading chapter? Every website must be a multi-thread model application. Come on, decide. Every website is a multi-thread model application. Every website is a multi-thread model application. At a time, how many requests will come to the website? This is my website, let's say. This is one my website, let's say facebook.com. To the facebook.com at a time, how many requests are coming? So many requests are coming, right? So many requests are coming. Then my question is, when so many requests are coming, each request must process one after one. Each request must process one after one, or must process individually at a time. Must process individually at a time. If you want to process all requests at a time, now you have to allocate separate thread, load this facebook.com here and execute the logic. Okay, right? This is called thread. What we call on a thread, it is called thread. What the definition of thread, I will tell you later. So first you try to accept it. Then second request came, second thread came and the same project loaded here. Third thread came, same project loaded here. Fourth thread, fourth project. Fifth thread, fifth project. As many requests you are getting, those many separate threads will be created background and executed. Then tell me, it is executing here independent of other threads. It is executing here independent of other thread, other thread, other thread. Okay, so each request will be processed individually. This model is what? Multi-thread model application. Every real world web application, every website is what? Multi-thread model application only. Can I hope all people understand? Real-time example means website only the best example. Now tell me, now I want you answer, what is a thread? What is a thread? What is multi-threading? Come on, try to think. What is a thread? What is multi-threading? How can we create a thread? What is a custom thread? How can we create a custom thread? These details we need to learn, okay? What is a thread? What is a thread? Tell me, what is a thread? What is a thread? A thread is nothing but sequential flow of execution path. Simple point, sequential flow of execution path is nothing but one thread. For example, I have something like this. Okay, this is called one box. A small box is called what? Thread. Imagine thread means one box. In this box, first what is loaded? Main method is loaded. From main method, I call M1 method. From M1 method, I call M2 method. From M2 method, I call M3 method. Then tell me, all these methods are executing one after one, completed, now going back. And again call M2 method, completed, going back. And then I call M3 method, completed, going back. So one after one executing, this is called sequential flow of execution. So to maintain the sequential flow of execution, we have one thread. So what is a thread? A thread is a sequential flow of execution path. Okay, did you understand my statement? Then what is multi-threading? Think, what is multi-threading? Think. Okay, now tell me, what is the problem in this model application? In this model application, if M1 method logic execution is passed due to some reason, either reading value or waiting for other resource generating result. Due to some reason, this M1 method execution is paused. Paused means PAUSED, paused. In the middle of explanation, I stopped talking. Then what we call it as paused. Sir, why did you pause it? Okay, paused is different. Okay, try to understand my pronunciation. Paused means you are sending something, that is called paused. Multi-threading is not paused based execution, paused based execution, PAUSED, paused. What the meaning of paused? In the middle of execution, it is stopped. Okay, in the middle of execution, it is stopped. That is called paused. Then tell me, when M1 method execution is paused, M2, M3 methods cannot be executed. Then what I am trying to do, this model application is sequential. I am introducing something like this. I created one sequential flow of execution. Here main method is loaded, and then here M1 method is loaded. Okay, tell me, this is the road here. Okay, this is a highway road. In this highway road, you are going, front person going, back person going, now you are going. If this first person is block the road due to some reason, vehicle breakdown or some reason, the road is blocked, then remaining vehicles can move or cannot move? Cannot move. Now, if other person unknowingly entered into this path, he also blocked, na? Then tell me, you must enter into this path, you should choose alternative path. When you come to know there is a roadblock, there is a vehicle traffic jam, then you should not go into that path, right? You must find alternative path. You must go for alternative path. Some alternative path you have to choose and go. Then tell me, when this person is passed, now you are keep on going by looking at their faces, na? The driver face, whoever passed here. Okay, when you are going here, you are looking at that person. He is looking at you. You are looking at that person, feeling that are a poor fellow. And that driver looking at you, wow, lucky fellow. Are catching my point? Tell me. This one path in Java was called thread 1. This another path is called what? Thread 2. Now, M1 method execution is blocked here, paused here. Then M2 method load in the same path? No. Create another path. In this another path, you load M2 method. Create another path. Here you load M3 method. Are you catching my point? Then tell me, when M1 method execution is paused, JVM will shift to JVM will shift to whom? M2 method. When M2 method execution is paused, JVM shift to M3 method. When M3 method execution is paused, then JVM coming back to the first thread to execute. Like this, it is a sharing its time and saving the time. Sharing the time, saving the time. This style of execution is called what? Bolo? This style of execution is called what? Multi-threading. Everybody got clarity? Yeah? This style of execution is called multi-threading. So what is multi-threading? Tell me the definition of multi-threading. Tell me the definition of multi-threading. What is multi-threading? What is multi-threading? The process of creating multiple threads. Why? The process of creating multiple threads. Why are you creating multiple threads? Why are you creating multiple threads? For executing multiple tasks. What type of multiple tasks? Dependent tasks or independent tasks? Come on, dependent task, independent tasks, independent. Okay, the process of creating multiple threads for executing independent multiple tasks. Why? Why for how for executing multiple independent tasks at a time concurrently? At a time concurrently for completing their execution in less time. For completing their execution in less time. How? How for completing their execution less time? By using CPU ideal time CPU ideal time effectively is called multi-threading. Big definition. So what is a thread? What is multi-threading? A thread is a sequential flow of execution. Like a sequential flow of execution, you are creating multiple threads. Like one thread, you are creating multiple threads. The process of creating multiple threads for executing multiple independent tasks at a time concurrently for completing their execution in a less time by using CPU ideal time effectively is called multi-threading. Hope everyone understand what is thread, what is multi-threading. Okay, tell me, what is custom thread? What is custom thread? What is custom thread? Custom thread and not Telugu custom ray. Already you know what is a custom exception. What is custom exception? An exception created by programmer newly. An exception created by programmer newly by extending from exception class is called custom exception. Same way, what is a custom thread? A thread newly created by programmer. Okay, a thread newly created by programmer for executing multiple tasks concurrently is called custom thread. Already catching my point? Now what is a custom thread? A thread newly created by a programmer for executing a task concurrently is called, okay, programmer is called custom thread. Okay, na? Then here you need to answer two questions. That's all. Completed multi-threading chapter. Two questions if you answer multi-threading chapter completed here. Okay? Are you joking, sir? Just two questions multi-threading chapter completed. Yes. Question number one. How to create custom thread? You are targeting multi-threading chapter is what? Executing multiple tasks concurrently. To execute multiple tasks concurrently, what you need to do? You must learn how to create custom thread. Sorry, somehow I created custom thread. After creating custom thread, in that custom thread, my M2 method, M3 method logic must be executed. Na? Come on. My M2 method, M3 method logic to be executed, right? How can we load? How can we load and execute? How can we load and execute our logic in custom thread? Is my question understand? Somehow I can create custom thread. After creating, how can I load our logic to execute in custom thread? Tell me what is the target of this chapter? In this chapter, you should learn 2 points. Okay? Just 2 points you need to learn. Number one, execute multiple tasks concurrently. To execute multiple tasks concurrently, what I need, just these 2 points. Okay, got clarity? Yeah. So come on, think. How to create a custom thread? How can I create a student? How can I create a student in Java? Class student, new student. How can I create a student? Class student, new student. How can I create employee? Class employee, new employee. Right? How can I create a bank account? Class bank account, new bank account. Similarly, how can I create a thread? How can I create thread? By using thread class object. Thread th equal to new thread. You no need to create any new class. Sun Microsystem has given predefined class already. We have a predefined class. Okay, thread th equal to new thread. Thread is a predefined class given for creating custom threads. So create a class, create an object from thread class. Tell me, if I create object from thread class, is object ready? Yes. Is thread ready? Try to understand now. If you take array object, you need to create 2 things: array variable and array class object, right? Array variable, array object. If you want to create class object, class variable, class object. Similarly, thread means not just object. Thread means 2 things. Thread means number 1 object. Thread means number 1 object. Number 2 thread of execution. Thread object is meant for storing information, values of the object, values of the thread object. But if you want to execute logic, I need what? Thread of execution required. So whenever I say thread, you must visualize 2 things. Number 1, object. Number 2, thread of execution. Are you catching my point? Tell me, I created thread of object. Object is ready. For this object, thread of execution should start now. And tell me, how can I join a student? By using join method. How can I ask the employee to work? By using work method. How can I ask a bank account to deposit? By using deposit method. Same way, how can I ask JVM to start thread of execution? By using start method available in thread class. You have to call th.start. When I call th.start method, then thread of execution will be started. Come on, everyone understand? So tell me, by using thread th equal new thread th.start, what happened background? Thread class object is created. For this thread class object, thread of execution is started. Okay, thread of execution started with M1 method, M2 method, empty na. Come on, with M1 method, M2 method, empty na, empty. Nothing will be there. Empty thread is created. Now, what is our target? I need to run my logic inside this. I need to run my logic inside this custom thread. Come on. I need to run my logic inside this custom thread. How can I run my logic in this custom thread? Very simple point. How you started thread? By using start method. How can I run my logic in this custom thread? To run your logic inside thread class, we have a run method. Now the question, I should call run method or I should define run method? I should call start method, okay? I should call start method. I need logic available in start. So I call start method. But come to run method, I should call or I should define? Think. Are you calling main method or are you defining main method? You want to execute logic in a main thread. What are you doing? You define main method. Inside main method, you are calling the logic you need. Yes or no? Similarly, you must not call run method. You must define run method. Try to observe. Run method is available in thread class with like this. Public void run. Are you catching my point? Public void run will be like this. Tell me what you need to do. You must override run method in your class to execute your logic M2 method. Are you catching my point? Tell me, buddy, how many works you have to do? You have to do 3 works totally. Number one, create a class A or B or whatever extending from thread class. Create a class extending from thread class. Okay, and then override run method. Inside run method, place the logic whatever you need to execute. Understand? Then after that, in your main method class, wherever main method you are writing, in your main method class, you must create thread class object. All you people think now, you must create thread class object or A class object or no? Which class object you must create? If I create thread class object to call start method, run method is executed behind from which class? From class A na from thread class? Come on. You have overridden thread class run method in A class. Okay, accepted. You have overridden thread class run method in A class. If you want to execute run method from A class, you must use whose object? A class object or thread class object? A class object or thread class object? A class object. Which object you have created? Thread class object created. Then run method executed from which class? A class or thread class? Everyone should answer. Start method is called by using which object? TH. TH point into which class? Thread class. Run method executed from which class now? Thread class. Now run method is loaded into custom thread and then run method logic executed. In run method, did you call M1 method? No. Then tell me which class method you wanted to execute. I want to execute. I want to execute. Which class method I should execute? I must execute A class. Then which class object I must not create? Thread class object. I must create which class object? A class object. What do you write now the statement here? A1 equal to new A. Then A1 dot start you have to call. Then what happened? Run method custom thread created, run method executed from class. So tell me, multi-threading chapter is easy or tough? Damn easy. Tell me what are the steps? What are the steps to develop custom thread to execute multiple tasks concurrently? Just 3 steps. That too you know already in object-oriented programming. Step number 1, create a class deriving from thread class. Number 2, override run method and place your logic to execute in custom thread. Step number 3, create this subclass object, call start method. That's all. Multi-threading chapter completed. How simple it is. Yes or no? Are you feeling easy? In your academics multi-threading chapter, you are feeling very tough. Wow, torture about very tough. Tell me, today, are you feeling it's easy? Shall we write code now? Are you ready? Are you ready to develop the code now? Open Eclipse. We'll develop using Eclipse, okay? Hey, where is it, man? Now I'm creating new workspace. Go to your folder, 9 a.m. Exceptionally create 89 multi-thread. select folder, click launch. By default inside JVM, we have one thread called main thread. In addition to main thread, we are creating custom thread. We'll create separate projects, one for practice, one for project, like that. We are multi-threading chapter, we are developing few projects. Look at there, it is by default taking Java SE 15. We have to use Java 16. When you do Java 16, we'll get error. Then what you need to do? In the next page, you have to add libraries, right? Add a library, GRE system library, install GREs, add standard VM, directory, C drive, JDK 16, select folder, finish. Unselect it, select it, apply and close. Finish. Finish. Project ready. Right click. New class. Yeah. Test 0. I'm just creating class name as, in place of A, can I use the class name as my thread? My thread, my exception, my servlet, my JSP, my thread. Now what I need to write here, main method. Inside main method, I'm writing system.out.println double quotes main executed. So then is it a single thread application or multi-thread model application? Is it single thread model application, multi-thread model application? It is single thread model application. How many threads are running? One thread is running. What is that one thread? Main thread. I want custom thread. What are the steps to develop custom thread? Step number 1, create a class deriving from thread class. Step number 2, override run method. Public void run, open bracket. It is a overriding method, add at the rate override. And then inside run method, you write one statement, system.out.println double quotes run executed. Just I want to know whether run executed or not. Tell me now, if I run this program, what is the output? Will JVM calls run method automatically like main method? When you run Java my thread, JVM by default calls and execute. JVM by default calls and execute what? Main method. Because of Java call, main method is executed. Then is it JVM automatically execute run method? No. Okay. Right. Let me show you that. Control F11. Look at their main executed. That's all. Only main executed message coming. If you want to execute run method, you must explicitly ask JVM. JVM, please execute run method from my class, my thread. Then create your object, my thread. My thread empty equal to new my thread of. Okay, my thread empty equal to new my thread of. Then my thread object ready. Tell me, just by creating my thread object, run method executed by JVM? No. Okay, na? Right. Then tell me, what should I do? You should call run method. There are two ways of calling run method. You can call run method directly by its name run, or you can call via start. Tell me, you want to execute run method in main thread, or you want to run in a custom thread? You want run method logic sequentially, concurrently. If you call empty dot run method directly, now tell me, it will become normal method. It will become normal method like M1 method, M2 method. Then it's logic loaded in main thread and logic executed in main thread. Okay, now you want to execute this logic concurrently. So you must first create custom thread. Custom thread creation logic is available in start method. If you call empty1 dot start method, then custom thread created. In custom thread, run method logic is loaded by JVM, and output will come concurrently. Look at their output. Main executed, run executed. Hey, how main executed message is coming first? I call start method first, now run method should execute, right? That is your feeling. Start method job is what? Creating custom thread and calling start run method, right? Tell me, when custom thread logic is executed, concurrent flow of execution, if currently running thread execution is passed, then only control go to second thread, na? When you call start method is not forcing the JVM to create custom thread and call run method. It is just a request to the JVM. JVM, please, whenever you passed this main thread, please create my custom thread and logic execute run method in my custom thread. Then after calling start method, it is going to the next statement. When control come out, means main thread execution terminated. JVM is free now. Now custom thread created and call run method in this custom thread executed. Everybody got the idea? So run method, if you call in place of start method, if you call run method here in place of start method, then what happened? Program execution become concurrent flow, na sequential? Sequential. First run, then main. Okay. If you call start method here, program execution become concurrent. Can I hope all you people understand multi-thread code, how to create custom thread? Very easy code. Bujji, damn easy code. Right. I'll give one small assignment. Can you develop yourself? I want to give you small assignment. You try to develop yourself. Develop multi-thread program for executing two tasks. Number one, printing 1 to 20. Number two, printing 20 to 1. Okay. Printing 20 to 1 means for loop, right? Printing 20 to 1 also for loop. I'm giving idea, you try to do. Place this for loop in main method. Place this for loop in run method. That's it. Okay, now? That's it. So this is the basic idea you need to work. Everyone comfortable? Yeah, guys. From tomorrow onwards, you will not have any disturbance. Okay, I will try 99% will not have any disturbance. We'll have class for 1 hour 45 minutes daily as usual. Are you catching my point? So up to last week, you have given me super support. Thank you so much. And so from tomorrow onwards, we'll have a class definitely for 1 hour 45 minutes daily. If I need any work to do, I will try to think about other classes. I don't want to disturb your class. Is it clear, Nana? So thank you so much for your support, and please try to complete this assignment. And I hope you can write this code easily. If you unable to write this code is already available in the material. You can take it as a reference. By tomorrow you are coming to class. I want you complete this one and read material also. Today onwards, you need to follow multi-threading chapter material. Thank you all. Tomorrow we'll try to understand remaining 2 ways of creating custom threads. Bye bye. Today I'm stopping session here. Tomorrow we'll continue remaining session.